out-of-body experience.
Welcome to the Brothers of Wrestling podcast.
Welcome back to the Brothers Wrestling Podcast with your host, Logan, and...
Hey, dude.
And welcome to another episode where we've got a lot to talk about. Let's start with the only place we can start, Hayden. Oba. Femi has accepted Brock Lesnar's open challenge for WrestleMania, and we're about to get a meat-on-meat banger.
What'd Cole say? Holy shit.
Along those lines.
Oh, holy. That was pretty crazy.
It was epic. Absolutely.
So that's what everybody wanted, so.
I mean, when the lights
glad
go
they
down
delivered.
and then you get the green lighting and you just hear the drums. Oh my God.
Yeah, Seth out there.
Yes, that's just smiling.
He's just laughing. Yeah, it was pretty epic. And they really made him a star.
Oh yeah, that fall from grace.
Just like that.
Boom.
And then, the one thing about that Brock never gets credit for, everyone thinks he's just a big dumb gorilla.
No, he knows how to make it the person look good.
He knows how to sell. He knows how to make a star in a second.
Yeah.
And telling Oba to put his foot on
yep.
him. That's chef's kiss.
Yeah, that's how to make somebody look good 101.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, Brock, I mean, Brock has his personal issues that people haven't forgiven him for obvious reasons. But when he's in the business, Brock knows how to do what he needs to do.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he's going to get it done.
So, yeah, that was pretty good. I liked that.
Yeah, it was epic. And then the crowd, I loved the crowd. They've been doing the Oba chants, but they added something this week that was super sick. They added the huh after they got done with the first, like you do Oba and then you do a huh and then Oba. And it was so awesome. Like it added so much more to it. I hope that continues.
Yeah, probably just will depend on the crowd.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the crowds watch that and they're like, oh, we should do that when we go to the show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a pretty good moment for Oba. I hope they can really capitalize on this momentum they have with him.
I'm in the camp that I saw this on Twitter. People are saying Oba shouldn't lose for a while, and I'm in that camp. I don't think Oba should take a pin.
I mean, he has no reason to lose.
Yeah.
So
Brock's on his way out. He's probably going to end at SummerSlam this year. So
yeah, it wouldn't shock me.
And Oba getting his first WrestleMania win over a guy like Brock would be unreal. So I'm totally fine with that. And it made Oba a star right away. I mean, he was already a star, but now he's even more.
Oh yeah, that puts him in a whole different category now. Winning that or doing that powerbomb on him.
But that wasn't the only fireworks that happened on Monday Night Raw. We had Roman Reigns return. The Tribal Chief makes his way back to the Monday Night Raw, and he comes out to cut a promo, and then CM Punk interrupts him, and we have another war of words. This time, ending with Roman Reigns calling CM Punk old, and that was over the line. Punk.
Yeah, he makes fun of his wife.
Yeah, totally fine. You make fun of AJ all you want. Say that she's the breadwinner, say that she's more famous. Yeah. Call me old, that's too far.
Yeah. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I like that he called him old.
Well, we know how you feel about Punk, so.
Even though he is old as dirt. But I don't know if I really like it that he called him that.
I think it adds a little bit to the story. Because Punk was saying earlier that he was in Roman's head, but I mean, Roman says one thing about him, and now he gets punched. So I think Roman's in his head.
Yeah, I can see that. I think the more that it just bothers me, calling him old is like you're trying to build this matchup, and then you're calling the one guy in the match old. Like,
yeah, I can see. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It doesn't seem like you're.
You don't want the crowd to actually think that CM Punk's too old to go.
Yeah.
But he's proven he can go. He does get pretty burned out in the matches, but he does have pretty decent matches since he's been back.
Yeah, you wouldn't go out there and just be like, "Oh, you suck, you're horrible," blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like, well.
Although they kind of did that with Drew McIntyre when he was champ.
Well, yeah, but it's like you're still trying to sell the match. So,
And we know how you feel about Punk bringing up Roman's dead dad. So, do you think this is a decent follow through from Roman? Because he kind of let it wash over him. He didn't really get affected by Punk saying that. So,
Yeah, I was happy that he didn't just come out and just start screaming. Like, I don't know.
like the Usos.
I'm glad he didn't. Yeah. Like, the Usos did what they needed to do. Um, but I like that Roman came out and he was just like, yeah, yeah, didn't really bother me.
Hmm.
You're just, you're a desperate loser.
Grasping straws.
Man, you're just flailing wildly. But yeah, I thought that was a good promo by Roman.
Yeah,
It
and
really showed that he's in charge of
yeah,
what's
yeah,
happening.
and the fact that he was smiling when he was on the ground there after he got punched.
Mm-hmm. Yep. He knows he's in Punk's head. It's not hard to get in there. Although I think the funniest line I've ever heard in my entire life,
Okay.
I couldn't stop laughing, is when he said the line of that he doesn't listen to any other. Well, how'd it go? God dang it! Now I'm forgetting exactly. I'm forgetting exactly how he said it. It was something to the effect of, "I don't listen to outside people," or "I don't outside people don't bother. I don't hold grudges." It was something like that, wasn't it? Hold grudges.
Probably some, yeah, something along the lines of
It wasn't something like
yeah.
that.
But that's his whole
Like
that
him, that's literally his whole persona is holding
that's
grudges.
how that's the reason he left in the first place.
Yeah, it's like you literally hold grudges nonstop, man. What are you
And he
talking
didn't come
about?
back for 10 years because he had grudges.
Yes. Oh, but I don't hold
He could have
grudges.
came back 5 years after if he wanted to.
What are we talking about?
That is pretty funny.
Uh, he's such a.
But maybe something that's not gonna end up being funny is who Randy Orton was talking to on the phone during his not really interview with Michael Cole. He had bad cell reception, that's for sure, because the camera was pretty blurry. It was like in 480p. I don't know what was going on there.
I saw a thing where it's like when Orton goes heel, it can only be in 2009.
Yeah, so we had the standard def quality of 2009.
Yeah,
So
that was pretty good.
who's your leading theory for who he was talking to on the phone? And will it get paid
I
off? Because Triple
I
H
don't
loves to
know.
not pay things off.
I thought it was weird and just out of like, what was the point of this? My only real thought was that this is all going to circle back to The Rock.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
because of what happened with the Cena thing, it didn't really get followed through
I
with.
didn't think about
But
that.
then, but then it's like, do we really want every single WrestleMania year
Just to
that the
rely on
guy
The
who
Rock.
takes out Cody is the Rock? Like Rock's doing everything behind the scenes.
I mean,
So that's what I first thought of, but I really
I don't
don't want
hate
it to
it.
be
I
The
mean,
Rock.
especially if you want to go with The Rock having the power type of storyline where, I mean, Final Boss Rock is literally the guy who says he's the chair or chairman of the board or whatever he calls whatever his job
Hmm.
title is or whatever. So that you could do a where it all circles, everything's tied to him. The Cena heel turn was because of The Rock, and
Hmm.
Orton turning on Cody, and basically everything bad that's happened to all the good guys is because of The Rock. You could do that. I don't
You
hate it.
could, but the only way you could end that is if next year he fights Cody.
Yeah, that's true.
That'd be the only because it keeps doing it to Cody.
True.
So the only way you can end that storyline is
If
if at
Cody
next
goes
year's
over on him.
WrestleMania, Cody and Rock do a
Yeah,
match.
that is the only
And I
way.
don't know
Yeah.
if that's going to happen.
No, probably not. No.
So that's the problem.
My leading theory is Kevin Owens, but the only thing holding that back is I don't know how healthy Kevin is with the neck injury. So
Yeah, I don't see it being Kevin. It, to me, it just sounds like he's like setting up the one royal family thing instead
yeah,
of
he
being
did mention
someone that's
that,
from a royal
and he
family.
did say he's a killer. He told Michael Cole he's a killer.
Hmm. So I don't know. It's a tough one, that's for
I've seen
sure.
some different theories out there. I've seen the crazy ones, like obviously before we started recording this, we talked about Ted DiBiase Jr. Which
Hmm.
coincidentally he just had gotten um, found not guilty on all of his charges that he had on him for all the
Allegedly.
yeah. But that's not gonna happen. So but people on Twitter were talking about it because it was funny. Another one that I saw
Hmm.
this person had brought up Charlotte Flair was the one that he was talking to
No, that'd be interesting.
because of the whole Ric Flair connection. So
Maybe.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be weird. She's doing her whole thing with the with Alexa and SmackDown in the tag division, so I don't know how that would really tie in. But I thought it was enough to bring up, good enough to bring up, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. It could be anybody.
Or
It could be
just
Triple
maybe
H.
we'll never find out because we still don't know who. Uh, there's one other one that we don't know who's was talking to. What's the other one? Um,
Mm,
there's one
Let me
other
figure that one out.
mystery there from a few months ago. There's one other mystery we don't know who they were talking to type of thing still going on that they're probably never
Another
gonna.
mask man?
What?
Another mask man?
No, I don't think it's on the match. Seth got that covered.
I'm surprised they haven't brought more mask men in.
Seth's got that covered. He's got the masked man covered. I remember Triple H doesn't like to pay off on these type of things, so we probably never find out. But
He probably forgets.
and we still don't technically know who knocked Jacob's teeth out, even though it's probably gonna end up being Drew.
True.
But a lot of crazy stuff happened on Monday Night Raw. We had Tuesday on NXT Booker T Appreciation Night, and the card was pretty good. We had Tatum and Izzy Dame battle in a steel cage for the Women's North American title, and Tatum, well deserved. She comes out still a champion. So, but
Yeah,
then she gets abducted by Blake Monroe at the very end, which is pretty cool.
that was weird.
So they're
That
setting
was.
up some sort of stand and deliver match, I would assume, for that.
Mhm.
And Blake will
Yeah, I
probably
would
go
think
over on
so.
that, I would think, unless they want to move her to the main
Yeah,
roster. Who knows how quickly they want to do that?
I figured they'd want to give her one title run.
Well, she had the
But
one, and then she lost it to what's her face, Thea,
I thought that
in the
was the North
mistake.
American.
You thought it was what?
That wasn't it the North American?
Yeah, that was the North American. This is the North American too.
Yeah. Oh, I thought this was
No,
the.
Tatum's got the North American.
Who's the women's champion?
It's JC
Why do
Jane.
I always? Oh,
You always
that's
forget
right.
her.
I always mix up my women's champions in NXT. That's
You always
right.
forget JC. She had a
I
triple
thought she
threat
was.
with
I thought
Zarya
it was
and
the
Soul.
women's. Oh, that's right. That's right. I mixed up my women. Good thing I don't do that in real life. um, that's right. Yeah. Well, then, yeah. I don't know. I don't really care if she wins or not. Then I
I
was
think
thinking it was for the
I feel like
world
they could
title.
after stand and deliver they could go into if Blake loses to Tatum. I could see a world where they whoever comes out of the women's division with the title. I could see them having Blake challenge him.
Yeah, I wouldn't. It wouldn't be horrible for that to happen. I just think that I think she's probably getting ready to come up.
I would
So
think so. She's like a prime candidate for Raw after WrestleMania.
yeah,
Her and then
yeah, I think
probably
so.
Ricky and Ethan. I would assume.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind them coming up
Because they're
for a
trying to
second.
build, they got some stars in the making right now. They're trying to build Miles Bourne. I think he's like the next, like this is our guy
hmm
type of thing, like how Trick
Yeah,
and Javon
makes
and Oba
sense.
were. So,
Makes sense.
and then they've obviously got Joe Hendry, but do we really count Joe Hendry as a building them star? He's already kind of a star before he got there. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't consider them building him up,
yeah.
but
So you got Miles
at least
Bourne.
a
They're
chance.
really
That'll
building
help.
Tony D'Angelo, because
Yeah,
he interrupted the match. I forget what match it was. It was Ricky and somebody. Was it Ricky and Joe? I forget who it was. It was somebody, and Tony D'Angelo interfered and took everybody out.
yeah,
So they're trying to build him up. I think if Miles or if Ricky and Ethan go up to the main roster, I think you could get by with Tony and Miles Bourne, and you've got that the main leader of Dark State's pretty decent. I like him, so you got him,
yeah. He's good.
and then
I
you've
like him.
got this Keanu Carver guy who they're really starting to build up. I mean, he interrupted Booker T Appreciation Night. They gave Booker T a plaque, and he interrupted it.
He did do
We
that.
didn't even get a spin a Rooney. I was a little disappointed about that.
That's for the best. You can't really do it anymore. I don't think.
And then who else are they trying to build up? You've got well, they're in the women's side. They're really building up Kendall Gray. They just had her. She did like an Oscar. I'm gonna leave Evolve and retire there with the or leave and vacate the title because I'm too good. Nobody can beat me type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So she dropped the title. She's now on NXT, I think, full time. And Ren Sinclair, she beat Fallon Henley for the speed title. So they're kind of a thing. They're like the Ren QCC or whatever. So
hmm
they're kind of building up those two.
Yeah, they need. I mean, they need to build up some guys.
Yeah,
So.
and I just saw they just dropped Jackson Drake just dropped the Evolve Men's title to what's his name? I just saw a picture of it.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. I can't remember.
Oh, I just saw a picture
I
of it.
did see that.
If I can find it real quick, I'll show it or I'll say it. I just saw it. Let me search it real quick. Aaron Rourke is his name.
That's right.
Aaron
Yeah.
Rourke. And it's significant because he's the first openly gay male wrestler to win the championship, WWE
Mm-hmm.
championship. So congratulations to him.
Yep. Congrats, man.
And
So.
I think they really like Jackson Drake. From what I
Yeah, I think so
from what I've
too.
seen from the little bits that he's been on NXT, I
Mm-hmm.
think they really like him. And his tag guys or his faction guys already have the tag titles, so they're probably gonna skyrocket Jackson Drake into the main event picture. I would think.
Yeah, it seems like he'll be getting up there pretty quickly to the main level of NXT. So.
But somebody that doesn't need to be skyrocketed into the main event picture, somebody that's already there, is the AEW World Champion MJF,
Mm-hmm.
retaining his title and forcing Hangman to never face for the title again.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. I was not expecting that ending. That's for sure.
It hurts
First
me for
off,
the
they
Fool's
start out
Paradise,
with the
but whatever.
that does hurt you. But started out, I loved his tribute to Terry
Yeah,
Funk.
the gear was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Um, yeah, that match was disgusting
Yeah, well, you don't like that type of
and
stuff anyway.
crazy. It's not my
They pulled the
style.
syringe out. The syringe was back out.
The syringe again. I don't know why we keep doing the syringe.
Tony
It's
Khan
just
loves a
weird.
syringe.
But then, what the skewer crown?
Yep, yep.
That was crazy.
The blood, Hangman's blood hitting the camera and it's staying on there. That was pretty sick.
Mm-hmm.
But in the
Yeah, it
end,
was a crazy match.
MJF comes away with the championship. Where does Hangman go from here?
Well, I saw that he's going to be gone for a while,
Oh,
so which makes
interesting.
sense.
Okay.
I don't know how
It
long,
makes sense. I could see
and
it. He needs a little bit of
it's just
time
I
off.
don't. The booking just confuses me. It's like, why are you really putting yourself in a corner like that? Unless Hangman knows he's going to be done soon. Like, why?
Like contract
The
wise or
guy's
retirement?
like retirement
Oh.
wise, or maybe contract. Who knows if he wants to go to WWE?
Oh, Hangman and WWE would go crazy.
But it's like, why? You're young. Why would you put yourself in that corner now? Now you can't ever fight for it again.
Well, did we established on the last episode that it was he can never challenge it as long as MJF the champ or forever again?
Yeah, no, it's forever
Oh,
now.
okay. Okay.
It's for
It's the
all
Cody
time.
step.
So, yeah, which I just don't get. Why would you do that to
Yeah,
yourself? And
that's pretty rough.
now you can never fight for it again. It
And
just seems
Hangman's a
weird.
pretty popular main event guy.
And then, but then if you do fight for it again, you're just breaking the rule you set. So then it's like,
Yeah,
what
they're just
was the
gonna go
point of
back
any of
on and
this?
retcon what they said.
I just don't get the point.
Yeah, that's a little confusing. I don't know. But that wasn't the only confusing thing that happened. We had Ronda Rousey debut at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, that was weird. They had Tony Storm end up winning her match against uh Marina. I always say her name wrong.
Oh, Shirakawa. Oh no,
Marina.
Shafir. Shafir.
Yeah, Shafir. In that big time match they had, and once that match is over, out comes Rousey, who has been making a name for herself in the MMA
So
world
random.
again, attacking the UFC. But
Well, of course she could attack the UFC. She was attacking the
I
UFC
wasn't,
when she was in WWE.
yeah, I wasn't expecting her to be running out there on
Neither was
AEW
I.
all
When you
the
sent me
time
that
now.
picture, I was like, "What?"
So I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna lead to a
I mean, they
Storm
gotta
and
lead to a
Rousey
match.
match in the future, but
Maybe not with Storm, but they gotta lead with some sort of match. Ronda's gonna wrestle.
you think so? But she's got all this MMA stuff going on right now. She's not gonna wrestle before
No,
that.
she's not.
So
No, they're gonna save it for I don't know. Probably what's their next huge one? Is it they got um All
Well,
In.
Dynasty's up next, but
They'll probably save it for either All In or All Out, whatever. Probably whatever the
well,
bigger one is.
you think so? But then you got Double or Nothing too.
Oh, true. Yeah.
That's the closer big one. But yeah, no, that's kind of shocking. I don't know
So
why
random too. Just like, what are we doing?
she did that
Ronda Rousey's
on
here.
purpose. Yeah, I know. It just didn't. It seemed like a weird time to do it. I think, but I think they're capitalizing on what she's doing with the MMA
Oh yeah,
stuff
definitely. They're capitalizing on that.
and her little war with the UFC. So you might as well capitalize on that while she
Yeah,
can.
and the UFC is connected to WWE because of the TKO stuff, so I guess it
Uh-huh.
works as kind of like a underhanded shot.
Uh-huh. You're kind of throwing shots at him without having to throw
Yeah,
shots at him.
you're
So
not as direct as MJF just literally saying stuff like that. It's more
yeah.
subtle shots.
So yeah, I don't know. Seemed like a weird
It
choice,
would be
but
nice for somebody to ask Triple H how he felt and for him actually to tell the truth about how he feels about it.
never, 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 never.
So what else happened on the pay-per-view? Will Ospreay debuted or returned, I should say.
JP.
Not debuted.
Yeah. Well, Ospreay came back. He took out the Death Riders. So that
It
was
was pretty
cool.
funny. I was reading a story on Twitter that was saying Will Ospreay has to readjust how he wrestles because of how serious his neck injury was. And
Well, it takes
literally
a
he
while.
debuted, or why do I keep saying debut? He returns and does like a flip outside the ring and almost hits his head on the apron. So
Yeah. Yep, those good kind of guys they're never gonna stop doing that. So you kind of just gotta go with it.
but it was nice to see him back. And
Yeah,
it's
I'm
good for
glad,
you because you've
especially
been
for
waiting
my.
for him
I
on
was
your
about
Fool's
to say.
Paradise. Yeah.
I was about to say. I was hoping he was gonna be back soon, so that was a big help. Then we had Andrade taking on Bandito. He beats
Yeah, I
him.
remember seeing a big suplex powerbomb, the whatever finisher
Mm-hmm.
Bandito does. It was pretty nasty landing for Andrade.
Yep. We had Darby Allin, Orange Cassidy, and Roderick Strong taking on the Dogs. David Finlay,
Oh,
Big
right,
Jim,
right.
Clark Connors. Mystico debuted. I don't know if it was a debut or a return, but now he's officially all elite.
Oh, right. I did see that. Yeah.
Took Teamed up with Jet Speed to
Yeah, they won
take
the
on
trios.
Okada, Fletcher, and Davis for the trios title and beat him. So now there's this whole thing going around about this new deal with CMLL
Yeah, because
and
Claudio.
AEW. So I guess now Mystico's a dual contract signed wrestler between
Yeah, they
CMLL
basically
and.
traded because now Claudio's contracted to
Well,
Sam.
no, it's not a trade. He works for both
Yeah,
companies now. And then now Claudio's the second one to do that because he's the world champion there.
awesome.
And did you see he's on Luchador now?
He is.
Yeah, he's gonna wear a mask now.
That's awesome.
So he's doing that.
I love that.
Um, so we had that. We had the 2 out of 3 falls women's match. I always don't know
I
how to
think
say
it's
her name.
Tekla. I
Tekla.
think so.
I like her. She's good.
Yeah, she does like weird gyrations and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, okay. Who doesn't? She beat Statlander. So we had Swerve beat Brody King,
Swerve's on a run,
which
man. I
then
like what Swerve's doing since he returned with the
which
intern heel.
the funniest part about that is that caused such a controversy now with people. I was just watching a video about uh, Meltzer and
Oh, geez.
whatever the other guy's name is,
Alvarez.
Alvarez, talking about that, how confused they were. Because on Dynamite, then this week, Omega has a promo where he basically says, well, now that Swerve's the number one contender, I'm challenging for the number one contender spot. And Swerve comes on and he goes, I didn't know I was the number one contender. But okay. But apparently he wins the number one contender because he beats Brody King.
Ah,
But then it's like they never said that in
yeah.
the match ever.
Okay.
So why? So why? But then it's like so now they're having this match, Swerve versus Kenny Omega, where it's Swerve's number one contendership's on the line if Omega wins.
Okay.
But if Swerve
Yeah.
wins, he takes Kenny's spot as the AEW VP.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So it's like putting so they almost like retconned
So
it so it was a number one contenders match.
Kenny said, yeah.
So they
So
could
they told Kenny to
so they
say
could put it
something.
on the line.
They told Kenny to mention that.
So that they could put the number one contendership on the line
Yeah.
in a match. So that was
Well,
weird.
then I wonder who's going to win now
But
because Swerve's not going to be the VP or the EVP.
he might be the VP.
I guess he will be. Yeah,
So then we had
that is kind of confusing though. Yeah,
Divine Dominion beat the Babes of Wrath for the tag titles. Moxley and Takashita had a great match.
they always do.
Yeah, that was a good one. Takashita's really coming into his own.
Oh yeah,
So, uh, and then that's when Osprey came back. And then what my favorite part of the night was the AEW tag match. Pride. This is their fifth match. FTR versus Young
yeah.
Bucks, and I think that was their best match
Okay,
they've had so far.
I don't disagree with you.
So I just saw today that Meltzer gave it a 5.5
Of
stars.
course he did.
So you know he
If
loves
it
it.
has anything to do with AEW, it's going to be 4.5 to
So
7 stars.
yeah, so it was a great match, and then you have the epic return at the end after FTR wins with Cope
Oh yeah, gotta love Edge.
coming back, and then Christian coming back, and now they're teaming up as
Give him a
um,
run. Give him a tag run.
so now they're going up against FTR and Dynasty.
And
That was
Edge
announced on
growing his hair
Dynamite.
back.
It's starting to get
It's a
there.
little bit.
So yeah, so now it looks like it's going to be Christian and Edge
No, it's
against
Christian and Cope, I think.
FTR. Well, yeah. Have you seen the videos about that Mandela effect?
Being what?
Have you seen the videos about that Mandela effect in wrestling?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so there's this video going around about the Mandela effect in
Yeah,
wrestling.
okay.
And so it goes the video says at the beginning, it says when you go back to watch old WWE uh, matches and you're cheering for Edge and Christian,
Okay.
and then it's just a bunch of intros, and every single
Don't
time
tell me.
it's
Christian and Edge.
it's Finkel goes Christian and
He does
Edge
not do that.
every time, every
That doesn't
single
flow. Why would you ever
time.
say Christian and Edge?
Let me find it. Christian
You gotta say Edge and Christian. That just flows
Edge
better off the tongue. Because you say the shorter name first, then the end with the longer name.
Mandela effect.
Edge and
I'm
Christian.
telling you,
Christian and
man.
Edge just doesn't flow. Christian and Edge. That doesn't.
Here it is. Here it is. Listen.
Yeah, that's AI. Good theme song, by the way. There's no way that's AI. That's not
I'm
real.
telling you, it was always Christian and
That
Edge.
doesn't work.
Everyone says Edge and Christian.
Yeah, because
It
that's
was
better.
Christian and Edge the whole time.
Fink doesn't always
What
do it.
happened? So that's the
I
new
don't like it.
Mandela effect going
I don't
around.
like it.
So
Christian and Cope. See
but
that works. Christian and Cope
Christian
works.
and Cope.
But Edge and
So now
Christian,
Christian and Cope are going up against FTR. So.
give them a run. Let them win the tag titles.
Yeah, why not? Give them that last.
Because the whole goal,
time.
I'm pretty sure, is for Edge to retire in Canada. Right? They're doing a show in Canada pretty soon. So
I think one of their big shows
yeah.
is going to be in Toronto.
So I think that's the whole goal is for him to end there. So just give him a run. Let him have the tag titles.
I wouldn't mind it.
That'd be sick. But I think we buried the lead a little bit about AEW Dynamite. We had to open the show. We had a little bit of a mystery. Somebody
Yeah, they're doing that now.
somebody took out Tony Storm. Who could it be? Who done it? I think it was Mox.
I did see a thing that people are thinking it's going to be Britt.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that.
She's going to make her big comeback. And the takeout Storm was
Interesting.
her because as soon as she got hurt and left, that's when Tony Storm started taking off.
Yeah.
So then she's going to be the one.
I don't know. Britt's a weird one.
I mean, you got two obvious ones. It's either going to be Britt making a return, and which I would go one of two ways. You can either have her be the one who attacks her and we find that out,
Yeah.
and she comes back, or you have her come back, and we don't know it was her, she just comes back as a face.
Oh, but then
And then
it's revealed when Tony comes back.
when it comes back, then we find out it was Britt
And
all along.
She's gonna do that up like crazy when she comes back.
Or your other option is obviously Ronda.
Yeah. I don't know if
After
they
what
go the
happened,
Ronda route. I feel like that's
which kind of seems like a cop out for her character. I don't see why she would
yeah,
just waste somebody after
she
Ronda.
debuts in AEW and then all of a sudden she takes out the top women's star.
Yeah, doesn't seem like that would fit into the storyline of
Now
Ronda
we know
Rousey.
the real reason why Tony got taken out is because she needs a little bit of time off. She's got a few injuries that
Yeah,
have
they
been
said she was
lingering
going to be
and
out
stuff.
for the,
The remainder of 2026 is what I heard.
but they didn't say what the injury
No,
was.
I just heard multiple injuries that have been lingering is what I heard.
Could be that, but then I was also curious that it was something else,
Injury wise or
which I
something
don't
else?
want. I don't want to speculate,
Oh,
but it just seemed odd that it just happened out of nowhere, and I'm curious if maybe she's not just carried around for one now.
oh.
It's just I'm not
Who's she married to?
allegedly Juice Robinson.
Oh, that's right. Interesting.
So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out
I
there.
haven't noticed Juice get any uh bigger, so
No. But what? Yes, because you gain the weight. It just shows on the end. No, but it was just a
okay. I
thought.
mean, yeah,
It just
we don't
seems
want to put
very
anything out there.
no, and I'm not saying that's what it is or anything like
We're
that.
not
It's
on the
just
dirt
something that
sheets.
came to mind. When stuff like that comes out so vague like that, it just seemed odd that they wouldn't just say, yeah, she's got these injuries.
Yeah. Okay.
She needs to take
Well,
time
if it
off.
ends up being true, we'll come back to this episode and we'll say that we said it first.
But it could just be injuries, and that, either way, it's fine. Her character is that kind of character that can have the
Yeah, she
time
can just
off if they need
disappear
to
and then
come
come
back.
back and she'll be totally fine. Yeah.
That's the one thing about wrestling is that sometimes overdoing it is a little too much.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Certain characters
sometimes it's
you don't want to have too much of, even though they're
yeah.
great.
I mean, sometimes it's better to get that character every once in a while. It's like one of the things where everyone like gets mad about Roman not being there, but for his character work,
It makes perfect sense.
it's best.
Well, I mean, Undertaker kind of
Because
falls into that category.
yeah, that's why near the end he would leave all the time
Hmm.
because let's be real. Do you really want to see Undertaker in like these third tier feuds?
Well,
No, because that's not
that
what fits into
2006 to
his.
2009 run, he was there every week. It felt like.
Yeah, he was, but then he would also take little times off here there. He would he would get a feud, and then when he'd be done, he would like take a little bit of time
Hmm.
off, or he'd move on to
And then the
something that
dong would hit
wasn't
again,
near as. Yeah, and they'd make the comeback, and he'd do this thing, and he'd flick the eyes in the back of his head,
and he'd put Edge in
and
a
then
casket, and it'd be back to normal.
yep. So, but yeah, but the other thing I want to say about
Yeah.
Revolution real quick is just congrats to Jungle Boy on winning
Oh right. Yep. Jungle Boy, new champ,
the national title. So that was pretty cool for
new
him.
champ.
I was happy
He's the
about that.
first of that
His
championship to have
finally,
hair.
that is pretty funny. So, but it's nice to see him getting some recognition out there.
Yeah, ever since the whole fallout with Punk happened, and then he became
Yeah,
the scapegoat, and
yeah. He just like he literally that was what his nickname was for a while.
yeah,
Was a
yeah, it was a
scapegoat.
scapegout.
So,
Yeah, and then he came back.
so
He
it's
reunited
nice to
with
see him.
Luchasaurus, and
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really do any.
So,
They didn't have a follow up really after he reunited with Luchasaurus until this.
yeah.
So it's good for him.
So yeah, I'm glad. Give him at least they're not forgetting about him. So
AEW's
and
in
then
a oh yeah
yeah AEW's in a great spot.
yeah.
They're really coming around and I mean the only thing I don't like about the show, see, I'm in such a weird place right now in wrestling because on the one hand you got AEW who does like 6 hour marathon pay per views and it's
There's no in
like,
between.
and then you got WWE who does like 3 hour pay per view but there's only 4 matches on it, and then I got 14 on my AEW Revolution. It's like,
Yeah, you got to have like a
how about we just do like
seven
eight?
match card. Something.
Let's have 8 matches. That's all we need.
A 3 hour, 4 hour, 8 match card. That could work.
But I don't know, it's just a lot.
Mhm.
So,
But AEW is
but
in a pretty good spot. Somebody that's not in a pretty good spot is Cody Rhodes.
well, hold
Oh,
on.
okay, okay.
You're jumping the gun.
Sorry,
We had one more AEW topic to talk about, and that's how your boy, the King,
the King.
pretty much sacrificed his own head. Mr. King Ricochet.
Oh, right. I didn't know you wanted to talk about that.
Well, yeah, it's a big story.
That is right.
We might as well
Yeah.
talk about it a little bit.
All right. We'll talk about the Ricochet thing. So basically, for anybody
Moron.
that doesn't know, Ricochet, in all
Idiot.
his infinite stupidity, uh,
Ugh,
he was
Jesus.
replying to people on Twitter like he always does, and
hmm
he
Which is fine,
he,
by the way.
he took his heel gimmick a little bit too far,
Way too
and
far.
he commented on somebody's post or somebody's tweet and he said, "I'm glad you got MS." And
Jesus.
yeah, and if you don't know what MS is, it's a muscular disease that basically puts you in a wheelchair, and there's really no getting out of it. So
Yeah.
it's it's
Pretty crazy.
it's pretty rough, and for Ricochet just to come out and just say that plain as day is not a good look for the boy.
Well, then he got reprimanded and told to
Yeah,
apologize.
basically everybody. He didn't
Yeah.
have one supporter. Everybody. He tried to go
No,
with
that's way too
he
far.
tried to go with the defense of, oh well, when I say something like you guys, all the fans can say all these mean things about me and my wife, and it's totally fine. But when I say something, then oh no, it's bad. He tried to go with that defense.
Yeah, I don't know. Just you like there's lines, Ricochet.
Yeah, and I feel like it's a pretty clear line.
There's
You don't
levels.
say, "I'm glad you got MS." I mean,
No.
that's,
I don't you don't walk up into a cancer hospital and just go room to room saying, "Oh, you got cancer." I was like, what are we doing here? Come on, be intelligent. And then of course, but then it's a two-way street now because then Samantha Irvin had to get rid of her Twitter because she was getting death threats
yeah, yeah.
and all this stuff. And I get it. He did something that was horrible. Shouldn't have done it. But then, but is it? Are you any better for sending him and his girlfriend or wife or whatever they are
I think their wife married
death
now.
threats? Does that make
No,
it
that's
better
not
on
any
your
better.
end?
You should have just
So I just don't get it. So we're all
you tell them
trash.
off, you tell them that it's wrong, and then that's where it ends.
Yeah, you say, hey, don't. You shouldn't say that, dude. That's
It's the
bad.
same thing that we deal with when we watch Ohio State football and somebody makes a mistake like the kicker, Jaden Fielding, dude. He got death threats when he
Yeah,
missed that kick. So
you can be mad about something, but you don't have to threaten to murder them and their whole family. Like,
yeah,
what's
the
wrong
people
with
that do
people
that kind
out
of stuff
there?
is a different type of like
Yeah,
strange that
it's
should
just
not be a
crazy.
thing. But
I just don't get it. But but yeah, I mean, Ricochet just needs to go back to find that where he put that Puma mask and go hide
just
again.
put the Puma mask on and go back to being that.
He had no worries when he's Puma.
He
He
didn't
was
even talk.
hiding.
Well, for a little bit.
He needs to go back and
Everybody
hide
loved
for
him
a
back
while.
then.
Yeah, he was a huge up and coming guy. He was going to be the next superstar, and then he
But
just
then we
crashed
realized,
out.
then he opened his mouth and we
Ugh.
realized the problem.
Yeah, opened his mouth. No wonder Conan was like, "Nope, just stay quiet.
Conan never made him talk because he knew.
Don't talk about anything."
Uh,
And speaking of Conan, I don't know how. I've been just reading about it. I don't know all the details, but he got in bad health, and it sounded like he got his leg
oh,
amputated.
geez. Ben
So I'm
Vampiro
not
was
sure
happy.
exactly what happened there, but I don't think he's in the greatest shape.
Maybe
So
Vampiro did it. Maybe he
something
cut his leg off.
it wouldn't surprise me. They did hate each other, but
Yeah,
yeah.
Ricochet.
So
That's pretty crazy. Somebody that's
it's hard to
not
tell.
gonna go on Twitter and say I'm glad you got MS is Cody Rhodes that we know of,
Careful,
and he's
or
not
he
having
might.
a very good time. He got absolutely destroyed by the Viper, Randy Orton, turning heel on him. We talked about that last week, and
Yeah,
now Cody was not on SmackDown this week, and
no.
we have Randy kind of explaining his actions and saying, I like this whole storyline where Cody is kind of forcing Randy to do this to him. Randy loves Cody. He's talked about that. He said it. He said it this on SmackDown. He said he loves Cody like a brother. But Cody won the championship. It wasn't supposed to be Cody. It was supposed to be Drew, and Randy would have had no problem turning heel on Drew. He wouldn't even have turned heel on Drew. So he
Yeah.
would have just done his normal thing. But because Cody was so adamant about being the champion, being QB1, and has to have that
Mm.
title, he forced Randy's hand. That's what he said in the promo uh, at the contract signing. So this week, Randy basically just goes on to say that he doesn't want to do this to Cody, but he has to do it because it's more about him being the champion, him being the 15-time champion, him putting that legacy out there. That's what it's all. It's not about Cody, and it was never about Cody being he doesn't want to do it. He would do it to anybody, but it has to be Cody because Cody's the champ.
Mhm.
So it's more about
Yep.
the
Gotta
title.
take him out.
And then he goes backstage, and Matt Cardona, Jelly Roll, they're trying to talk to him, trying to talk some sense. This isn't you, Randy. This isn't you. And then he he sucker punches Cardona, and then he Jelly Roll tells him to apologize. So he goes out to the ring and he wants to apologize to Cardona. Cardona comes out. He goes through this whole spiel about he's sorry. Yeah, totally. He's totally sorry. They shake hands.
Yeah.
He low blows Matt Cardona, RKO's him, and he's about to set up for the same treatment that Cody got. He puts the steel steps on, leaning him up against the announcer's table, and he's got Cardona on the announcer's table. But then security and the producer guys and the refs, and they all stop Randy this time before he can do it. But they don't stop him enough because Randy grabs Cardona, throws him into the ring, grabs that chair that he's been carrying around and sitting on, the one that he hit Cody with, and puts that chair on Cardona's arm, I think it was his left arm, and he after a moment because security's got him like in the corner of the ring trying to stop him. They separate him and Randy's able to get through and stomp the arm in the chair, doing some damage to Cardona. I don't know if he officially broke it or not, but does the damage to him, and then that's what we see of Randy. And then SmackDown officially ends with the Titantron showing video of Drew McIntyre and Jacob Fatu, who have been wrestling or have been fighting each other the whole show. It's been a whole through line the whole night. They're like on some like billboard scaffolding thing. I don't even know what they were on the outside area, like next to the arena. And so Aldis and the security are sprinting to the outside area to go see what's going on, but there's a fence in between them. And then all we see is Jacob and Drew leaning on the railing. And then
Yeah,
Jacob
climbing
knocks
it.
Drew off, but Drew pulls Jacob with them, and then they just fall out of camera frame. So we don't know what happened to them. They landed somewhere. Insane ending to
Yeah,
SmackDown.
that was insane. I don't know how much of a big fan I am of the running camera angle they always do.
They do like that, don't they?
Yes, it's always they're following Aldous.
Yeah,
And
somebody's
he's
got to
just
catch something
running
something
fast.
crazy. I mean, they started the show with it. They started the show with the camera running because they were Jelly Roll pulled up, and then all of a sudden people run past him, and the camera's running behind him because Drew had ran into Jacob's car. So they start and end the show with a running camera.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the running camera gimmick. I like it sometimes when it's like a
I do it. I do it in
spontaneous
Just Book It.
attack, but I know you do. But I don't like. You could have easily just went out to that shot where they're fighting out there.
Yeah,
Or why do you have to
maybe
run out there?
um what's his face?
Oh.
Barrett and what's the guy's name? I keep forgetting. What's the play-by-play guy
Play guy.
on SmackDown? The announcer.
Uh,
I'm blanking on his name.
is it Tess?
Yes, Joe Tessitore. Yes, I don't know why I forget it.
Why do you always forget
I don't
Joe
know.
Tess?
Well, anyway, they could have done something where Tess is on the call and he says, "I'm getting word in my ear that we have action going on outside. We'll get a camera out there," and there's a camera out there already. They could have done something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like they rely on that so much. Like they do it when they run backstage or something.
Yeah, there's a lot of fighting backstage that the camera has to catch up to.
Especially on SmackDown, I feel like.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
do
know
that a
why.
lot on SmackDown. Yeah,
Because I was always just following Aldous around.
yeah. Aldis, I mean,
always
he does
running.
run a pretty loose ship with everything going crazy. Like everybody's fighting each other.
Yeah, he's got a lot of problems.
But Randy and Jacob and Drew weren't the only interesting, spicy thing that happened on SmackDown. We had a heel turn. We had Meechin and B-Fab join Jade Cargill and absolutely decimate Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked by that. I didn't see that kind of grouping coming, especially right before WrestleMania. But
It's good though. It gives Meechin and BFAB something to do. They haven't been doing much. So
yeah, it gives them something to do, and it gives Jade some cover,
yeah,
which she needs.
yeah. Because Rhea kind of, I hate to say it, but Rhea kind of outshines her right now. So
Yeah, what she's gonna think that she wasn't planning on that attack happening. So then she this is gonna give her that a disadvantage that you need to have for the
yeah, and you
face
got
to
that.
go
You
into.
kind of build in an underdog style of story.
Yeah,
Even though Rhea, you don't really believe her as an underdog. I guess if you do it right, you can. But
yeah, as long as they really build this up into her getting just obliterated.
yeah, like every week, Meechin and BFAB are just beating her with kendo sticks or something.
Hmm. Then I can see that, but yeah, it's gonna be hard. I mean, if you're trying to take her into WrestleMania weaker to give people that kind of like false sense of
And you
who
got to
can
build Jade
win.
up
Hmm. Yeah, that's your main
because we
problem.
we obviously know
Jade has
we
done
know Rhea's
really
probably
nothing.
winning the match. I think that's pretty safe to say.
I mean, once Rhea won the chamber, I thought
Yeah,
she was
me
going to
too.
win, but
Yeah.
it's hard to say.
I know,
You just don't know.
I know. They do like Jade, and I like Jade. I
So
think Jade's good, but
yeah, I think Jade's fine. I
in
just think
this in
that
this rivalry,
she doesn't.
Rhea,
They don't let her prove it.
yeah.
That's the problem.
But it was a fun little heel turn where I didn't see it. I
Hmm.
mean, I kind of saw it coming because they had the week before BFAB and Jade were kind of like talking off camera, and they kind of teased it.
Hmm.
I didn't know they were gonna do it so quick, but
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it to be like right, right in the road to WrestleMania season. But
and then some other house cleaning SmackDown things. We had Danhausen snatch $20 out of Candice LeRae's hand.
that was funny. Danhausen just
I'm
he
loving him.
carries. I don't know why people hate on him so much. He's amazing.
We know why they were hating on him because of the way that he debuted, but he's quickly gotten over that.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
fantastic.
it's almost like that debut wasn't played out very well. One, and then two, they hyped it up. And not even that they hyped it up a ton, but
The
people
people
hyped it up in
online
their
hyped it up, and
heads.
that's what killed it.
They thought inside the box was going to be Chris Jericho just sitting in there, and like,
That would have been hilarious if that was
what are
actually.
we doing?
But Danhausen's been great. And then we had Kit Wilson call out Jelly Roll, and
Mm-hmm.
he had a poem for him where,
Yeah.
among other things, he mentioned that Ozempic works because Jelly Roll's
Yeah.
skinny now,
Yeah, it was pretty relentless.
and he said that he's fat phobic because he's skinny and he hates fat people. And then Jelly Roll answered back talking about his mom and taking her to the bedroom. So
Oh,
that was
yeah.
that was a pretty heated battle between the two of them, and that results in Jelly Roll going to Nick Aldis. Well, Kit Wilson hits Jelly Roll from behind, hits him in the back of the head, takes him out, and so that leads Jelly Roll to go to Nick Aldis and ask for a match next week. Jelly Roll versus Kit Wilson. How is this going to end? It's going to be unbelievably weird to see Kit Wilson wrestle Jelly Roll because Jelly Roll needs somebody to be in there with him. Do we trust Kit Wilson to be that guy?
I mean, I've got to think that they're going to do some kind of tag match. Now, is it going to be Jelly and Danhausen
Oh, now we're talking.
against Kit and the Miz?
Okay, I could see. I mean,
That'd
they've
be
been kind of
something.
teasing that. Jelly's been, uh,
And Jelly did good when he did his SummerSlam
yeah,
match.
but he
So,
he needed Randy there with him.
oh yeah, he's got to get carried. But if you're going to have two guys, I mean, you got the Miz who's done a ton of celebrity stuff,
Oh yeah, for sure.
and you got Kit from all I've seen, decent. I mean, I'm not saying he's a great wrestler, but he's a decent wrestler. So I think he could
I would love Jelly Roll
really
and
push.
Danhausen
I mean, that's where I would go because you already got Kit who's in that comedy-ish
and Miz comedy.
style, and Miz is doing the stuff with Danhausen anyway. Then not why not merge that together? That gives Danhausen a WrestleMania match.
And Miz has already been cursed because
And Miz has been
he
cursed.
dodged the one ladder, but then the second ladder hit him and took him out.
So that's where
I could think it'd be pretty
think they
fun.
would go. There was rumors about you told me Roast Keys
Yeah, I did see that. That was floating around
being
there.
his partner. That could happen, but I don't know. I think they kind of were down on the debut.
Well, it's because they did it at the Rumble with new music that nobody's ever heard before, And then
Well, and
obviously
also in Saudi.
in
Let's
Saudi,
not
yeah,
forget.
in Saudi, no disrespect to them, but they don't really follow. I don't think they follow AEW that much.
Yeah, it's just it's not their number one thing on their radar. So it's like, oh, here, what?
They'd
Where's
helped
our
because
bike?
they led with his old name. They led with Powerhouse, and then it like
Mm.
breaks into the Royce Keys.
Yeah, that helped them, but yeah, I just it's going to be interesting to
And also
see.
they've kept him off TV since then. He did that
Yeah,
interview
because
with Stephanie, but
I just don't think they have a plan for him yet. I don't know if they're going to wait till after WrestleMania.
maybe he's one of the quote unquote Raw after WrestleMania debuts.
I mean, I wouldn't be sad if they did a U.S. Open Challenger Mania with Hayes and it was Royce Keys.
Oh, now we're talking.
I mean, that'd be a pretty good match.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, Hayes did defend his title against Ilya and was able to retain it. So
yeah, he won that match. He had Truth and Priest
yeah, new tag titles, new tag
winning the
champs.
tag titles. That was pretty cool. That
Yeah,
was pretty
Priest couldn't
cool
believe it.
stuff. So, so I'm happy for
It was a
them
good
for
episode of
that. But
SmackDown.
yeah, it's
The
solid.
Drew Jacob thing throughout the show was pretty good.
Mhm.
But so is Drew under contract again? He's back. He has a contract now because he said he quit, but then he
I
comes
mean,
back and
I assumed that was just a boy
okay,
to make you think he wasn't going to show up later.
okay.
That's my. I mean,
Because I
that's
kind of
my
I
guess.
wouldn't mind an angle where they say Drew, you actually don't have a contract and now you get one match with Jacob and that's it or something like that. That could be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't know.
One more thing that I want to mention here before we wrap up. I just saw this on Twitter tonight. There is some rumors that Braun Breaker could be back sooner than later.
I did see that.
And
Yeah.
so I did see somebody mention how they could bring Braun back is Seth is in the ring with all of his mask guys and he kind of like clears them out like he does, but one
Mm-hmm.
stays in the ring and he spears
Mm-hmm.
him and then he
Sure.
pulls out the mask and it's Breaker.
Are we really gonna do another mask guy?
I mean, we might as well. We got 30 masked men in the ring right with Seth. Why not just have one more guy reveal himself?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I don't know. Just it's getting to the point of craziness. I think.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, just lean all the way in.
I guess.
They
But
even went
yeah,
as far
I'm.
as to change Seth Rollins' nameplate animation thing that shows up on TV. They changed it to where it's like a masked person at first, and then it goes into the Seth Rollins thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping. I'm hoping that they can get that match in. That's. I mean, that's a big match for Braun to have.
Well, now we
That
kind
could
of know.
really help
So
him.
next week on Raw, or this Monday coming up on Raw, we're gonna have the Usos versus Theory and Paul for the tag titles. I'm assuming Theory and Paul are gonna win. And
You think
then
so?
what?
You think so?
Yeah, because Heyman was talking about they need more leverage. They don't have any power. And so that's the reason why they're going after the tag titles. And I think that Paul and Theory getting the tag titles would kind of keep the vision relevant enough until Breaker and Reed can come back. And especially if Breaker comes back early. And so I think they're going to beat the Usos for the tag title because the Usos haven't. I don't think they defended them since they won them. And
I
they,
think they had a few. Didn't they? They fought Alpha Academy.
oh, they did. That's right. They did fight
Remember?
Otis and Tozawa. I
So
forgot about that. You're right.
that's something.
So they have fought a couple of people, but I don't know. I don't think this USO run has worked like they wanted it to. They still come out to Jay's music. It says it's just me, Us, when Jimmy's right there.
Yeah, well, I think their biggest problem right now is they gave the tag titles, and then Jimmy's on this thing with the baby,
Yeah, he's not there every
oh,
week.
so he's not there all the time, and so it kind
He's
of
been there the past couple
takes
weeks,
away.
but before that, I know.
So I think that's kind of hurting there.
Yeah, it's just been kind of a weird run for them as tag teams. So I
Yeah,
think putting the titles on Paul and Theory keeps the vision
yeah. I
relevant,
mean, it makes sense.
gives them a little bit of power, so that they can in turn give Breaker and Reed some stuff once they come back. Bronson's probably not going to come back for a little bit longer because I think that bicep tear is pretty serious. So
Yeah.
so when Breaker comes back, he should if he's able if he comes back before WrestleMania, they should be able to set up the Rollins feud, and then that gives the Vision at least something to do.
No, I agree. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting little month here.
And there were some
We got
thoughts
about a
that
month till Mania.
Rollins was going to be the one who answers the Brock Lesnar challenge because Brock's got the connection to Heyman. So they thought that maybe he was the one, but now we got that cleared up with Oba answering the call.
Mm,
So I think the only way that Rollins gets a
yeah.
match at WrestleMania, as long as he's cleared, is if Breaker comes back.
Yeah, I mean, I know the backup plan is Logan Paul
Yeah, I've heard that.
with
Yep.
the whole elimination chamber thing and everything. Vision, but
Yep.
I was hoping Paul was going to go after Bad Bunny this year. I still want that match to
I
happen.
don't know if Bad Bunny's coming back, is he?
I mean, there were some rumors.
Yeah, I heard. I know he wants to come back, but he's
I think that'd
busy.
be a good
He's
match.
popular.
I don't even know what he's saying,
You don't have to. It's the vibe.
but
Another crazy
I
week in
don't know.
wrestling, though. Can't wait to do it next week.
Yeah, this is the time of year when everything just starts going insane.
Oh yeah, everybody's going a million miles an hour.
It just starts taking.
Even AEW. I mean, they always go crazy, but they're not even on WrestleMania season.
Everything just starts going up another level around this time.
This is where we get to sink our teeth into some good rivalries. And I think this Randy Cody thing is going to end up being pretty good,
I hope so.
especially if they keep going with the route where Randy does not want to do it because he likes Cody too much, but he has to do it.
Yeah. I mean, why wouldn't you want to do it? Cody sucks.
Well, we know how you feel about it, but Randy doesn't feel that way.
Was,
Just think if they had a Cody versus or a Cody and Punk team up, and he was like they were like a tag team.
I was watching after we did our Just Book It bragging rights.
Mhm.
I went back and watched 2009 bragging rights.
Yeah.
And Cody's on Team Raw.
Oh no.
And so at the, like one of their backstage segments, he comes up to Truth, who's in the locker room,
Yeah.
getting some medical attention before the match, and he comes in and he's just
Is he dashing at that point?
No, he's still Legacy.
Oh.
Yeah, this is 2009.
2009. Okay.
They haven't broke up the Legacy yet.
Okay.
So, yeah, so he had come in and he just pulled dick the entire time.
See, Cody's best when he's a heel because he can be himself.
Yeah, he's just annoying. But and one other thing I wanted to talk about. This is I had told you don't know anything about this.
Ooh.
I wanted to surprise you with this, but I was going back in our archives.
All right.
Okay. And I was listening to some old shows since I've had some time to listen to some more stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I was listening to our Survivor Series preview show. Go check that out on Spotify. And I'm listening to it, and there's a whole section in there where you basically mapped out the entire World Heavyweight Championship match at WrestleMania.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, the exact thing happens. The exact scenario you laid out in that thing is exactly what happened.
What'd I say?
You had a whole thing where you said, I think Roman's going to win the Rumble.
Yeah.
And then he's going to go on and he's going to pick Punk because all the stuff. Because we were talking about, it was the preview show, so we were talking about how they were going to team in War Games.
Yeah.
And we were talking about how maybe Roman will accidentally hit Punk or Punk will accidentally attack Roman.
Mm-hmm.
And it will lead to some tension. And you said you thought your match for the World Heavyweight Championship was going to be Roman wins the Rumble, and then he's going to challenge Punk, and that's how they're going to go at it for WrestleMania.
All right.
So you called it.
It's almost like I know this wrestling thing.
So maybe we'll have to dig up that audio and play it on next week's show, so the people can.
That's pretty good.
Hear your good take. But yeah, I was listening to it, and I'm like, man, he was right. He was right the whole time. I'm over on that show talking about if Jericho could come back and he's going to win the Rumble.
You were big on Jericho winning the Rumble. I mean, to be fair, I was thinking he was going to show up for sure.
And then you had the actual Sane take.
All right. I mean, it was. I don't want to take too much credit away from me because I was right, but it was kind of clear where they were going.
Yeah, it made sense. So, although when we were talking about the other one, we were not even close.
Well, yeah.
Not even close.
But I'll take it.
And then we were in the talking about how Drew can't ever win the title and he's a loser. So
Well, I mean, that's still kind of true. I mean,
I didn't age well.
it's still kind of true. He's still kind of a loser. He lost the title.
They did lose the title. He's gonna fight Jacob WrestleMania with a waste of a match. Oh, we can do it.
All right, well, we'll end that off on a win. I'd take that. I don't remember saying that.
Well, look at you. You
Although I don't remember what I
anything.
said last week, so it doesn't really make
Yeah, you don't remember
does much
what we
difference
said
than
it-
I said
You
it
can-
November.
Tell me what we talked about the first part of the show.
What did we open with?
Exactly.
We opened with
God.
Oba. That's right, because I did the Oba stuff.
Oh,
I remember.
God. Good job.
It took me a
Glad you
bit,
pulled that one out.
But it's not a shock that I don't remember what I just said in November.
So if you ever see Low on the streets and you want to talk about the podcast, I have no idea what you're talking about.
You'll have to walk me through it, hold my hand, and tell me what I said, because I don't
On
remember.
this episode this week, you talked about this.
Talk to me like I'm 5, because I don't remember what I said.
Embarrassing.
Well, that has been another episode of the Brothers Wrestling Podcast. We hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave it a like, leave a comment, and make sure you go back and watch and listen to that November episode where we talk about Survivor Series preview, because I was right about the Roman Punk thing. And we will catch you in another episode of Brothers Wrestling.
Peace.